Hello, everyone. I'm excited to share with you Oregon Junior Senior High School's SIP plan for the year. Here are some summer highlights that we wanted to mention. We had a SIP meeting at the end of July where we opened it up to all staff, and over 25 staff members attended, which was super exciting. And it gave us a clear picture of our strengths, our weaknesses, and where we need to really focus our work, as you'll see throughout this presentation. A lot of college and career readiness work, thanks to Miss Steph Haw. She's familiarized herself with local community colleges and our Whiteside Career Center too, just to see what opportunities are available for our students. We've had a lot of yonder communication with our community and prepping our families. And then specifically for me, just the leadership team connection and building relationships and getting to know my team members. So our SIP plan for the year, the first slide that you'll see, this is our SWOT analysis that we started the meeting off with. So staff shared their thoughts on strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats within the building in three big buckets of academic, culture, and systems. So this drove the work on areas of improvement and in areas in which we can set goals. Our first goal here, this is our academic goal, and it relates to the IAR and ACT test. So content areas will be focusing on the data they received from the previous tests in an area of weakness, and then they will instruct specifically on that standard in order to better prepare students for the test. There will also be some curriculum work to ensure that we're teaching the appropriate standards that are on the test. We talked about intervention in Hawk Huddle and junior high intervention, just to make sure that when we identify students for intervention that they're getting the services that they need. We talked about MAPS testing and how that can be a great predictor of how students are going to perform on these standardized tests and how to utilize that. Our elective PLC is going to really focus on preparing our students with test taking strategies and working on that test taking grit. Since these tests are long and can be very bulky, the elective group is going to focus on different techniques to help our students be successful in that way. And then we also talked about evaluation and specific feedback for coaching and how to plan and drive our lessons to best meet our students' needs. The culture goal that we landed on comes from the panorama data from the end of last school year. So it was identified that staff feel frustrated, exhausted. Their overall well-being is not great. So we wanted to focus on staff improving wellness in order to, it should trickle down into the students. So we talked about we're going to create a Google form for surveys to monitor our progress. Teams will meet to analyze that data and see how our staff is feeling. It's important for our admin that we provide opportunities to address solutions or concerns. And then we also talked about some increased opportunities for staff to build relationships amongst each other. And then one thing that I'm really excited about is to have staff visit each other's classrooms just to see what other people are doing in their classroom and kind of take one thing away and try that in their own classroom, and also see the classroom through a Danielson lens to familiarize themselves with the evaluation tool. And then our final goal is our systems goal. This is where we are excited to review our grading policy and try to make it more consistent and provide transparency for students and families. So we landed on a couple action steps here that you can see. We did provide common syllabi elements this year for all classrooms that teachers will be using in their syllabus. And then the conversation is going to continue about like updating grade books weekly and using the same language within the grade book. That way families can clearly understand what their child's grade means. We also talked about exploring like a readiness or citizenship grade category, which is basically isolating the behavior out of the grade. So the grade should reflect the student's ability and not have behavior in it. So that's one thing that we'll work on throughout this year as well. And that is it. Thank you so much.